there's this race of lizard people who feed specifically off of our DNA, and they are slowly infiltrating the world governments.
Wait, is this like Gareth?
Who's Gareth?
A friend of ours who is a dragonborn.
Lizard people. They're trying to be out in the open now. Oh,
Have you never met a
Yup.
dragonborn?
Yup.
Aileen, make a history roll for me, please.
8.
You can't remember the entire time you're here, but if you think real hard about it, you don't recall seeing a single dragonborn since you've been in Towerfall.
That is disturbing.
Do I know what dragonborns are?
Have you ever left Towerfall?
Nope.
No, you don't.
Cool. I'm just like, I don't know what that is. That's cool. Okay.
Wow. Do they only eat the DNA for dinner?
He just looks really confused.
Is that what the DNA stands for?
So, what is your current plan? You and your 14 friends?
We're going to assassinate the king.
4, 3, 2, 1. Playing games with strangers. You know there's no danger. So come on in, we're all friends. Playing games with strangers. I'm playing games with strangers. Play. I'm playing games with strangers.
Oh, we're gonna do that too.
How? I mean, that's a big statement, but how? Practicalities. Break it down for me.
Let's talk steps.
Mm-hmm.
Can we stay here while you do that?
Yeah, I mean, I can't even go to the bathroom in this place.
It's going to get real cramped real fast. And that's coming from someone that's lived in one room her
Pop a
entire
squat,
life.
man.
My buddy, my lieutenant, he
Names, man.
his name is Timothy Leary.
Okay. Keep going.
He because he scoped out that castle, right? He scoped out that castle, and I guess like there's like secret tunnels going like all through it,
Mm-hmm.
and he found a way in.
Mm-hmm.
Secret tunnels.
Yeah, they're spreading.
He's got this key, right? And like a couple times a day, it'll work on any door.
Does he know what the times are?
Clarify, there's secret tunnels under this other castle as well.
Yes.
So
It's going around.
there's secret tunnels
It's
under
catching.
both castles. That's
I wonder if they connect.
It's like a disease.
At this point, I don't know. So so you're going to sneak into a tunnel, and then what?
We're gonna scope the inside of the castle out, map it out real good, right? And then when they're sleeping,
How do you intend to do that without dying?
we short trips, man. Like we go in and we get inside the castle and we figure out what the guard rotation looks like for that area over the course of nights, and then we
pantry
work.
is very full.
We work with the information we collect to be able to collect information further in, so we can exploit that guard rotation to get further in and monitor the next rotation further down.
Uh-huh.
Right? And then so that way we can scope out the castle and figure out where all the guards are going to be at any given moment. And then once we have that down is going to be the night we attack. Like we're going to wait till he's sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, is that the sound you think happens when someone slices someone's neck, or is that just for effect?
what's the difference?
Okay.
I have one thing you might want to adjust in your plan. If the king is assassinated, isn't he just a lizard person and not really the one pulling the strings? Or shouldn't it be the spider lady that you're after? That's just a...
Well, I mean, the king is her claim to the throne. If the king goes, then the whole thing's off, and then a new bloodline has to be selected entirely. See, it's all a part of the patriarchy that they enforce on us in school when they have to put the male figurehead in front of all society, right? And so any kind of matriarchal role is completely secondary to the male patriarchy. And as a result, women end up becoming subjugated to the male in this binary normative culture that we live in.
Nathan, I love everything you're saying.
But do you have
Very good stuff.
anything to drink?
Me too.
Maybe. Here's my thought. Okay. While you go do this, we're gonna take just a turn around the city, scope it out, try and find a good place to hide so we're not connected to you in case anything goes bad. You know? We wanna diversify, spread out, cover as much area as we can. Does that make sense? Are you following me right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we'll get in touch. Be looking for the lines on the walls. Okay?
We know how to
But-
get in touch.
Yeah.
Wait, you know about the lines?
What lines?
Yes.
The lines in the sky.
Yes.
The ones from the planes?
All about the lines in the sky.
No. If you go outside at night and you look in the sky, I can totally see the lines in the sky. Like other people say they can't see them, but I can see them, and it shows me the master plan for everything and everyone. That's the reason why I'm not upset. Because I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
I can see it, and it
Okay.
lets me know.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't say anything, okay? And she's gonna take her hat off, set it down. But we'll be back.
Make sure you bring
I
him with me, because we can do things.
He goes where I go, so it's fine. We should all leave our hats here in case he needs those.
No.
yes.
Take them with you.
Okay,
Take
fine.
them with
Yes. Keep in mind.
I will fold up my hat and put it in my pocket.
I'll keep mine on and just squish it down underneath
He
the
goes,
other one.
no, that's got to be up, and he kind of bends it back,
He needs-
reaches and bends it.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't look like me. I
You
have to
put
be
the hat of disguise
careful.
back on.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
It's probably
Don't
here.
worry,
Here,
we're not
and
saying anything.
he takes it and he bends it into a headband with a point coming off the front of it. So you got like a foil horn. He's like, that'll do. That should work.
Oh, you look like Callum's dad now.
Thanks, man.
That's nice.
That Callum seems like an interesting person.
Thanks.
He's all right.
He really is.
Okay. Let's go talk to Stumblefoot.
It's okay.
We'll be back.
Let's
You make sure
not.
you keep doing your plan. Okay.
You got this, man.
Great.
You got this.
Okay.
And when you have some of that,
I'm just
if you
undoing
wanna share-
locks.
If you want to share that recipe with the spice, I'll take some. It smells delicious.
He's like, oh, you want to buy some spice?
No.
Is it
Nope.
good? Is it good on garlic bread?
Oh, it's great on garlic bread.
Potatoes.
It's good in potatoes.
Oh, look, the door's open.
You-
Come on.
Do you want to buy some spice?
Thank the gods.
Do you want some spice?
Yes, please.
You stay right there. I'll get you some
I'm
spice.
going to grab Pooh's wrist and pull him with me.
Oh man.
I go with it. As soon as we get out the door, Wilder takes his hat off and stomps it into the ground and looks at Stumblefoot. I probably should have followed you out here. The
Well,
boys,
we learned one thing.
he's got theories. Crazy
Well,
ones and
fight my
otherwise.
goddess.
Aside from theories, we know that there are tunnels under the castle.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Not at this
The
castle.
other castle. Both
No town
castles.
Not
also
this
has
castle.
tunnels under their castle. So
Under
that could be a
castle,
potential thing.
under Castle Sturker.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
hi.
clarified.
Right.
Yeah, I already knew that.
Who?
You knew there were
Are you still
tunnels
wearing your
under
hat?
Northern Top?
Yes, I am.
There were-
Hi. I told you when I took me hike that it took me all the way north.
Oh.
It took me north of Castle Sturker. Well, the tunnels run all the way under.
But you didn't
Yeah.
say that you could go up into the castle.
That makes
I didn't
It
sense.
try.
took you north.
I didn't try, but I know there's tunnels
can.
under the castle.
Well,
Oh, okay, great. Then we learned nothing, and my brother's crazy.
Yeah, I learned that as soon as I walked through the door.
well,
Yeah. But he did also know that the queen was who she isn't, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, even a blind horse can find water.
That's kind of racist.
Yeah, you should probably
Doubtful.
use a different horseless metaphor.
Not sure how that's racist, but okay.
Who?
Yep.
I need you to mark off one attunement slot, please.
Hey, where's Keith? Is he still with Wilder?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Apparently not helping. He's been a grouchy butt today.
He was smothered by tinfoil.
Well, he didn't want to hang out with me, so I'm still hurt. Okay.
Do you need a hug, darling?
No, I'm getting stress lines. Okay, so I guess it's time to go to the beach,
Beach party.
since
Time
everything else
to
has gone
kill
so well.
Orbog.
Again, with the names. Again, with the names. I'm going stress lines.
Okay, yo, let's go to the beach. Let's kill me.
Again.
No,
I'm gonna lead the way.
no dog.
Yo,
I really think
sup,
it has a
Fuzzy
nice-
Bear?
Fuzzy Bear, I like that. Yo dog and Fuzzy Bear.
Okay, so we go to the beach. I'm gonna keep an eye out for other people wearing tinfoil and anyone that looks like guards that we want to avoid. You know, just keeping
Okay, well,
an eye out.
you Pooh is walking down the street with his hat on still.
Well, I'm
and,
not looking for him. I know where he is at all times.
Right. But Pooh, make a perception check for me, please.
Sure. Love to. Love.
Can the person that's looking also do that?
Does he have perception?
I do actually. I do. I'm actually pretty perceptive. That's a 22.
You walk past a couple people who see you in your foil hat. They just look you in the eyes with a serious look and just kind of give you a knowing nod as they walk past.
I nod back.
What's up, dog? Yo dog.
So,
Emran, I would like you to make a perception check too.
18. Yes, I did that math correctly.
Those two people who walked past that nodded at Pooh, you couldn't quite make it out, but when their head shifted, it was like a slight dissonant area over their head when they moved, sort of like when you're watching the movie The Predator and the Predator moves, and just for a brief moment there it seemed
I've
like
never
there was
seen that
something
one.
there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
At any rate,
If I like look at them more directly, does it change at all, or is it just like the same?
They're just memories.
it's only when their head moves kind of on a up and down basis. Not so much like when they're just keeping their head level headed. Wilder, when they walk by, you see two people walking by also with aluminum foil hats on their heads.
they're it.
That nod at Pooh with his hat.
My people.
John.
Yeah.
I have the observant trait, and my passive perception is 19. Do I notice any of this?
You kind of caught the perspective that I gave Emma.
Okay.
Cool. If I don't see anything else, we're going to the beach.
Stumblefoot, you feel a wind kind of blowing against you as you are walking towards the beach, and you feel it has some sort of significance to your recent prayer.
I'm having second thoughts. I don't think this is a good plan.
And the alternative?
I don't know, but I did some thinking and some praying while you were in there talking to your brother,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I'm getting the feeling that I'm feeling some spiritual resistance. I feel like this is a bad idea. Like we shouldn't do this.
We can also go back to the plan of just bleeding on something and not killing anyone, which I much prefer.
We can do that.
Personally.
Eh?
I mean, I'm sure Pooh can punch him in the face hard enough to make his nose bleed.
Oh no, it's supposed to be Wilder.
It's got to be more than a nosebleed.
Yes, but we can
Do you
easily
feel
fix cuts
resist-
and cuts. And
Oh,
things.
aye, I can fix it lickety split. No problem.
Do you feel resistance to, stabbing him and not killing him?
I look up at
Have
the
you
sky.
have you
to see if
taken
I
the
can-
Hippocratic Oath?
I look up at the sky to see if I can see lines that might tell. Wait,
Looking for lines. Believe me, I'm also looking for lines occasionally. Give me a
do I see
sign.
any
Scott.
lines in the sky?
Actually, now that you've attuned to it, yes, you look up there, you can see faint lines drawn across the sky.
It's the seams of the world.
Oh, look at that. There are lines up there.
Pardon?
Do they?
But there are lines in the sky. He's not wrong.
And do they say everything that he said they did?
I try to read some of the lines, I guess.
You're having a hard time making out what the lines mean.
Okay.
You just see them.
I just see them. Right now, they just look like lines. They're not even a picture.
Interesting.
It's kind of like squiggles.
Orbog's gonna lean close to Pooh. Pooh, this isn't like How to Impress Chicks. Just
What is
so
it?
you... I'm saying silly things.
That's all I say, Orbog. I mean, yo dog.
Okay, you be you.
I am me.
Did anybody else look up when Pooh said that?
I did, yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't see anything. Orbog, did you look up?
No, I rolled my eyes.
Okay.
So in the course of rolling, technically, they did face the sky at one point.
It's fair enough. Make a perception roll for me, please, Orbog.
Oh my goodness. I looked at my brain, not the sky.
You have one?
Ouch.
You're fired.
Okay.
I got a 4 or 8.
Did you look up, Welder?
No.
Okay.
I want to take 10 minutes and use my focus, which is my holy symbol, which is also my weapon, and cast divination.
And what does that do?
I get to ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days.
Okay.
And then the DM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen.
Does it also take 10 minutes to do the hut?
Yeah.
Roughly.
Just in case we need that.
Yep.
So I'm going to cast that. So we have a goal, which is overthrowing Vault and Lolth. So I'm going to ask about that goal. And I'm going to ask, since I'm getting the impression that killing Orbog and bringing him back to life is not a proper course of action in order to help us in our goal to defeating this obvious evil that has taken over the kingdom of Northern Towerfall and Southern Towerfall. What is the proper course of action for stopping Lolth in her goals of domination over the kingdom of Towerfalls?
You ask this question and your eyes glaze over. You receive a series of visions. The first vision, you see Orbog, and he becomes a seed. And the seed falls to the ground and gets put into the ground, but nothing ever grows from it. Then you see a vision of King Vault. And you watch as a phantom hand comes out and cuts his throat. And you get this image after this happens. It's like you can see authority and power as a tangible thing, and they just fall off of Ashlyn. And then in your third vision, you see Ashlyn, and the same thing happens to her. And then you see King Vault as kind of in a figurative manner, he is holding up members of Towerfall by their necks and just squeezing.
You know none of that rhymed, right?
And then you come to.
It was very cryptic, though. I'll give you, see.
Describe your vision to us, and I will interpret.
Yes, he's seen the lines in the sky.
I had 3 visions. I saw Orbog, and he was a seed. And he was planted in the ground, and
What kind of seed was? What kind of seed?
don't know. I'm not a gardener.
An Orbog seed.
You were an Orbog seed, and you growed into nothing.
I think I know what that means.
What does that
I
mean?
don't like
Pooh?
that one.
I would interpret it as meaning if we were to kill Orbog, symbolizing his death being buried in the ground, nothing would come of it. There would be no fruit from that.
Or we should start a
Coming up.
grassroots operation.
Okay. The second vision, I saw King Vault, and I saw an invisible hand.
How did you see an invisible hand?
Yeah. And what kind of a seed was he?
You know what? I'm trying to describe a very confusing vision to you, so maybe hold the
I'm
questions until after I'm done. Okay?
I'm the one being the most.
Continue,
Okay.
dear.
I saw a hand that appeared to be unseen by everyone else. Slit his throat, and when that happened, the mantle of powers and authority fell from Ashlyn.
Okay, but did it have long nails? How did the hand slit the throat?
Well, that
It was holding a knife.
that-
Well, he didn't say that. He just said hand.
This is what I saw.
Sure, I don't know if we should look for somebody with long nails.
Orbog.
Let's.
missing the point.
Was there another vision?
Wait, I think
Wait,
that
who has
one
to interpret
means-
this
Yes,
Okay, Pooh, interpret.
if I were to interpret that one,
Yes.
that would mean that killing the king, and probably in some sort of assassination, thus the invisible hand, would result in Loth losing all the grip she has on Towerfall.
That does seem accurate.
And then the third vision that I saw King Vault and Ashlyn standing next to each other. Ashlyn was assassinated, and King Vault stood there holding the people of Towerfall by their necks, choking the life out of them.
So, don't kill Ashlyn, because then
Kill
Loth will
Vault.
go crazy and kill
Yes.
more people.
Hmm.
So, my job here is done.
Yes, you're a good monkey.
Don't kill Ashlyn. Kill.
Okay.
So that doesn't sound like we shouldn't fulfill this contract to get the Thieves Guild on our side, which will give us an into the castle, thereby allowing us to maybe assassinate Vault.
Did anything grow when Orbog was planted?
No,
No.
nothing.
Nothing.
I think that means that we're not going to need to kill Orbog because nothing will come of it.
Oh yes, I just mean bleeding on something, so that the Thieves Guild think we did it.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so we should have Orbog bleed on something. We should have Wilder. Or Felix? Which one did you prefer again? I forget.
When I'm with you, wild is fine.
Okay. Are you just saying that because it's what we're familiar with?
Yes.
But which one do you prefer?
Wild dog.
What if we compromise and call him Felix Filch? Everyone loves alliteration.
Hmm.
FF.
It doesn't really matter. I don't actually have a preference. It's more comfortable when you refer to me
Hey,
as
you.
Wilder, because that's what you know me as. So
That's okay. I know very little about you, so either one's
Well,
okay.
that's true.
Right.
Okay, so Wilder then takes the bloody thing to the Thieves Guild to show them, so then he can take it to the castle and get a look around, and then they scry on him and they can't see him, and then Bob's your uncle and everything's good.
Okay, does deceiving the Thieves Guild...
Not deceiving.
Hey, it's deceiving.
Technically deceiving.
It's deceiving. Hey,
Well, technically deceiving.
does that sound like a good idea? Because I don't know. If it does.
Well, I don't think they technically, based on what you said, they care
All right.
if he dies or not,
right.
as much as the contract is believed to be fulfilled.
That's how I understood.
yeah, I
Except
don't.
for your deal. They might not like that you agreed and didn't do it. But that I'm less concerned
I'll
about.
deal with that.
At present, that's low on the list of
Hey.
my triage
Eh.
issue.
I'll deal with that as it comes, I guess.
I think as long as we could make some kind of, we could prove that Orbog's dead or dead, whatever.
Yeah.
So I would like to make a medicine check and see if I can determine. This is so bad. Determine where the best place to stab Orbog
Head
would be.
wounds. Head wounds bleed a lot.
Wilder, I need you to make a perception check, please.
26.
In the middle of the field that you just walked through to get to these where you're at right now, you see a purple glowing stone.
So you should bleed on this now.
On the shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want to do it yourself? Do you want help? I feel much better helping in this than I do killing you, honestly.
Fine. Make me bleed.
Oh, I don't like when it's phrased that way, but okay. I will assist Orbog in bleeding.
Ow, ow.
Carefully. Hold still.
I'm actually going to pull out all 3 of the daggers that I have. My adamantine
It's too
dagger.
late. I might have cut him already.
Did you?
Probably.
There's a lot that just happened. I saw a glowing stone. You were like, I'm going to cut him.
While you were looking at the stone, I was like, okay, hold still.
Okay, well then never
And
mind.
did a finger stick and
You
like
turn around
a
to blood
tiny
spurting
drop.
around the HUD.
Actually, what I need you to do for me is roll a medicine check.
Did this just suddenly turn into Kill Bill? Like all of a sudden, we turn around and Orbog's missing an arm, and there's just gouts of blood spraying out of it.
I'm definitely just cutting his arm, but
I know.
it's a 9.
Where on the arm though?
But would it not be an attack roll to see how well I do it?
No, ma'am, because he's already accepting the hit. So it's just a matter of you're getting him in the good spot. You catch him just under the elbow crease on the inside of the arm right here.
Yeah.
And you vertically sliced an artery, and you're getting some arterial spray off of this thing.
Like I said, you turn around and blood's spurting everywhere. It's okay. It's all right. I catch it with the tunic.
It just sprays straight up and then like makes a couple wiggles. And then if you look real close, it's
Does a
actually like
loop-de-loop.
an Illuminati sign.
Yeah, if you look, the secret to the life universe and everything is in
Right.
the blood.
Right.
I
42?
can see it. I can see it.
I kind of catch it on this fabric.
So as this is going on, do I recognize this purple glowing stone? Like, is that familiar to me, or do I just notice it?
You recognize it as being a soul stone.
Okay.
Once I have properly soaked this, I'm just going to be like, Stumblefoot.
It's not stopping.
Yeah, I'm going to wait until it's soaked.
You just see Orbog get like lighter and lighter shades of green.
Wilder, you've got to tell me when.
I think now
Is
that
it
it's like
soaked
stopping
enough?
with blood.
Orbog's turning the
When?
color of blanched
When?
asparagus.
Getting a little ashy.
Feed him. Give him some
Yeah,
brownies.
like-
Give him some brownies.
Orbog's eyes like start to like flutter.
How
and
much?
Wilder's like,
How many hit points was he hit for?
No.
He's probably about 5 off of unconscious with bleeding damage.
Okay.
So
Now 4.
I will
now
use
3.
one of my 2 channel divinities for the day, and I will use Preserve Life, and that will immediately heal him for a number of hit points equal to 5 times my cleric level, so he gets back 35 hit points right away without me even casting a spell.
all right.
And I can do that twice, so I can give him 70 hit points like that.
With that much bleeding damage, this shroud is drenched.
I hold it out towards Wilder.
It looks like the accompanying coat for Lady Gaga's meat dress.
Oh gosh. Should we leave this out to dry for a little bit? Does it need to still be wet? That seems like a weird agreement for a contract to have, but
Fresh, never frozen.
I think it would be best if I take it now. Orbog, rest if you need to. I'll be back in a bit.
Do you need
I
someone to go with
couldn't
you
help
Wilder?
but notice you were not paying attention when they were bleeding me.
I
Like
think
a
the
stuck
proper
horse.
term is bloodletting.
I mean, it's a little tough to watch a friend bleed out like that. Plus, there's a soul stone over there.
A soul stone.
Over where?
I point it out.
We should go get that.
Well, go bring it in. There's plenty of room in here.
Doesn't look like a foot.
I don't know if you all want to look at that.
my
while
hands are very
I
bloody.
love this.
I'll go
Who
get
does
it.
that? Take a look at the souls.
Oh.
Who and Stumblefoot go to take a look at this?
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Sorry, Josiah, I didn't hear you.
That's all right. I was far away from the mic and mumbling.
I'll take it from here, John. When you look at it, it's King Vault inside.
And they immediately
Been
smash it.
replaced by a lizard person.
By a dragon.
I believe that
Dragon
JS
Garrett.
just railroaded the DM. To that I say,
Garrett. Garrett is the new king of Northern Towerfall now.
Yes.
Hi,
got
welcome
what
to
should be-
playing games with strangers.
I got lost in a line. I got lost in a line of crap there. What are you guys doing? I don't know what's real now.
Stumblefoot and
Right.
Pooh are going to go check out the soul stone while Wilder takes the bloody tunic back to the Thieves Guild.
and while I clean off my hands.
And we're at the
With the
beach.
blood of my king.
Yeah, we're at the beach. You just
Yeah.
trundle
Just
on
gonna wade
over
in
to
the
the water there.
I'm just
Um,
looking for falling rocks.
So you come across this soul stone, and yeah, it's definitely a soul stone.
Oh, Wilder, real quick.
Yeah.
Could we have Keith? Keith, take a look at this.
Well, it's not a bad idea.
Why don't y'all bring it back in?
All right, I'll get Keith, and then we'll take a look at it.
I run up to Wilder and
Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Mind if we use your expertise? Yeah.
Well, I'm not that old. I don't know that I have any expertise, but I'm definitely okay with coming along to take a look at whatever it is that you're looking at.
All right. Thank you, Keith.
Stumblefoot will pick up the soul stone and carry it back to the dome.
As you pick up the soul stone, you get a feeling of irritation and authority off of this stone.
Warm hugs.
It is fault.
Okay.
Maybe we should plant it and see if something grows. It
Is that
seed-shaped.
him? Is he just sensing himself? Know thyself.
I'm going to unwrap my Keith scarf and hand it to Pooh.
It actually, as you're unwrapping it, it kind of curls up around your hand and turns into a mini Keith again.
Hello,
Okay.
Keith.
If you could just hand me over, that'd be fine.
So I hand it over. Him over.
Not-
Them over.
Keith, it's nice having you around, I will say.
I don't know what I can look at for you, but I'll give it a go.
Well, you know a thing or two about soul stones, right?
Well, I know that I was in one.
Well, that's more than I can say.
You were in one too.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say.
Has everyone here been inside one?
No. No, I have not.
Okay. Just making sure.
Celeste, you definitely were
Yeah.
for like 2 years.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
confusing.
I feel kind of left out, but also don't.
Well, I mean, we could kill you and put you in.
Please,
Technically,
no.
you
Yeah.
died, so
I
you
agree.
would be
Yeah.
in a soul
No.
stone.
Mm-mm. I want to touch this one and see if it hugs me like Keith did.
Okay, you go up to it and you touch it, and you get a feeling of annoyance and "don't touch me" coming from the stone.
I touch it again.
It's same.
Is this Callum?
That's what I was saying. It's me. No, because it had authority, and let's be real.
Oh, well, yeah. You're right.
Did this stone also tell you not to touch it? Because-
It felt irritated and it radiated authority.
All right, Keith, what happens if you touch the stone?
Or you, Pooh.
He reaches out and touches it. It feels irritated.
Well, I mean, with everybody touching it, I would be irritated too.
Can
This
you-
is true.
Can you speak to it?
Hi, Stone. How you doing?
No, the way that, what was the name of the Githyanki gal?
It's Idra.
Idra. The way that she spake to you when you were in the Soul Stone.
Oh, well, she wanted to be talked to. She was looking for a means to an end. I dropped her off a long time ago.
Where did she? I thought that's
Where
how
did she go?
you had form.
She's in the Soul Stone. They trade.
The Soul Stone, I dropped that off a long time ago while we were walking.
Oh, interesting. Why did you drop that off?
Because Idra wanted the Soul Stone. She said if she gets found by somebody that is compatible with her, then she could use that person's body to get out.
Well, that seems
Uh-huh.
questionable morally, but we're going to let that lie for right now.
We have bigger problems. I agree with you, Em.
And at least it's in Northern Tower Falls, so it's fine.
Where did you drop that Soul Stone?
If you say in my house.
No. It was shortly after. It was around that house of that crazy guy with the
That one's fine.
with the who gave out the hats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's not that crazy. These hats are surprisingly fashionable. Right? Why is everyone being quiet about it?
Yeah, they're very nice.
Yeah, So,
I'll touch the stone, and I'll say,
Hello in there.
hello from the other
I'm trying to
side.
communicate with you.
Pooh, make a wisdom save, please.
Oh.
11.
You lose 1 hit point as you get a distinct feeling of having your hand smacked when you touch the stone.
Oh my Lord. Is
I
it Tilda?
Put my other hand on it.
Oh, don't you smack my hand.
Can I?
When I touch it, I mentally focus on slapping a hand back.
You are aware that's not how this works, right?
Who is not aware of that?
Make another wisdom save.
Is there a reason that it doesn't like me and Pooh more than it doesn't like you guys?
That's a 19.
Yeah, this time you get the feeling you moved your hand just in time, and you hear a tink against the stone.
Who?
Like,
What's going on?
you moved your hand just before it got smacked again.
There's somebody in there.
Well, we knew that, dear.
Orbog wants to touch it.
Okay, Orbog, when you touch it, you get a paternal aura off of it.
Or what now?
Paternal?
Maury says that this is fault.
Paternal, not maternal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would die.
Somebody knows what happened to Callista.
Yeah.
She just hasn't said anything about it.
Yeah, it's seared in my brain forever.
I think it's my dad.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do we actually think King Vault might be a lizard person?
I mean, Dragonborns are actually quite lovely people. They're a whole race. They're not trying to feed off of others,
But like,
unless it's a
has
Dragonborn
replaced
vampire.
The king. Like, was my brother not crazy?
No,
Okay,
he
that
was
makes more sense.
definitely crazy.
That makes more sense. I was picturing a little lizard.
What if we got this soul stone in the proximity of whoever's riding around in King Vault's body right now?
Well, then we should have sent it with Wilder.
We can find a dead body. And
And do what?
That was a joke. That was a joke. How about that? I wonder what Wilder's up to.
Oh, segue.
Wilder's walking right now, so
Keep walking.
So,
Josiah, you can't tell the DM what to do.
I'm not what the dude, but who is in Pooh's mind, he cuts away to Wilder walking.
Yeah. Who would
I imagine Wilder.
who would just see Wilder using Mage Hand to hold Orbog's clothes? That way he's not nasty and bloody.
Very clever,
Oh,
that Wilder.
You don't want the blood on your hands? Seems like that'd be a smart move.
All right. Well, I'm back. So that's your father in there, I think.
I assume, unless it's my grandfather.
Well, how long has your grandfather been gone?
Far too long.
Did he go to get milk?
he just left for cigarettes one day and he didn't even smoke.
Sorry, that was a very good delivery.
Just got in a royal carriage and rode away.
So we take.
Mom says he
This
lives on a
soulstone.
farm upstate. He gets to run around in the field all he wants and gets plenty of sunshine and fresh air.
Oh, no.
We don't know that King Vault's going to be at the Thieves Guild. I think that Wilder just turns in the cloak and then they take care of it from there.
I thought
No, he's
I thought
going
you
to go
said
to the castle.
they were going to send Wilder to the castle with it. To be the one to,
Prove that they killed him,
Mhm.
collect the reward.
and get
Yeah,
him.
there's
Get
Is
him
that
down.
what that's what the Thieves Guild said?
I thought
We
that's
should
what they
probably
agreed on.
we could
Okay.
catch up to Wilder, and when he presents the cloak, and your father's in it, and the soul stone, switcheroo.
Then give me the soul stone.
Surprise!
Give me the soul
How
stone.
deep are y'all pockets that you can fit this in there?
Give me
They
the
have
soul
boy
stone.
pants.
Give me the soul
different.
I don't
stone.
understand the physics of boy pants.
Give me the soul stone. Listen, I can use sending to send a message to Wilder. And I can catch up with him before he gets to the castle. And I can give him the soul stone and he can take it in. And when he's standing next to King Vault, he can just put it in front of him. And then, yay! Soul's back in the right spot.
Do you need to be holding on to the stone to send your message? You could have been sending it while we were talking.
No, I want to start moving now. So that when Wilder is
It
done
just
at the
seems like
thing, Stumblefoot's
it
going to
would have
take the
saved
soul
time.
stone and leave. That's it.
Well, that was rather abrupt.
Taking his toys.
Very rude. but also efficient.
Yes.
I like that in a leader. Taking charge.
While Stumblefoot is hiking away from the dome, he's going to cast Sending and send a message to Wilder.
Okay.
Wilder, we found Vault's soulstone. Meet up with me somewhere before you go to the castle. Where should we meet?
Lenny's.
Here's a dumb question. Does Wilder have a house in Towerfall somewhere? I mean, he's from here.
He, in fact, does.
He doesn't know that, though. He does, but Dave doesn't know that he knows.
He knows now.
But yes, he does. He does, in fact, have a home in Towerfall.
Man, I really want to visit it now.
Me too.
Probably needs, a good dusting.
He actually has a maid and a butler who take care of the place for him.
I think Chip and Joanne were fixing it up for him.
All right. Well, we're still waiting on your reply, Wilder.
The question is, does he have more than one house?
You are actually also aware of several Thieves Guild safe houses in the area.
Meet me at this guild safe house.
St. Louis.
And I'm going to give him instructions. And I assume they don't extend past what my response could be.
He does it as you do, and he gave you an address, knowing that you have two locals that are there with you.
I will head to the address that Wilder has indicated.
It's on the corner of Dunward and Dale.
Perfect.
Oh, that's improv.
All right, so you guys meet up at a safe house.
I'm going to hand him the soul stone, and I'm going to say, put this in your pack. Take it with you. And while they're busy doing the verification, while you're near King Vault, take it out and get it close to him. Because his soul should pop out of here and try to go back into his body. And it'll kick out whoever's in there. And hopefully that's better than the current situation.
Okay. You can find your way back.
Probably.
I'll trust you.
If not,
Sure.
I'll find Lenny's.
There you go. Okay, I'll do that. Guess wish me luck.
Good luck.
And I'm gonna leave Stumblefoot and head to the castle.
You're just going directly to the castle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right to the front door.
You proceed to go to the castle carrying this blood-soaked garment with you the entire way, leaving a blood-speckled trail behind you. And you get to the front gate of the castle, and guard stops you and says, "What do you think you're doing with that mess that you got there?"
This is Orbog Towerfall, and I've come to collect the bounty.
They mutter amongst themselves, like, "You're just gonna show up and be like, oh, this is Orbog Towerfall."
I mean, we could stand here and talk, or, you could let me in. We could run a check on it, and, that way you don't lose your job.
Just a second. He pulls out a sending stone, talks into it. There's a response. "All right, come inside."
Thank
And
you.
they open the gates. You are led into a room, and as you walk into this smaller room, you feel a magical sensation crawl over you.
Ooh.
I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
That's a 3.
Okay, you suddenly feel compelled to tell the truth when people ask you questions.
Wonderful.
Now, does he feel compelled to tell the truth, or can he just not lie?
He can't lie.
There's a difference.
And you approach what appears to be an archmage, and he looks down. "Is this the garment of the decedent?"
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer with just yeses and nos for me, please.
Yes.
Did you kill Orbog Towerfall?
No.
Okay. Is Orbog Towerfall dead?
No.
So why did you bring this bloody garment to us?
No.
Oh, and feel free to answer essay style on that question.
Thank you. That's what I was supposed to do. Once I had a blood-soaked clothing, I was supposed to bring it here, get it verified.
But if he's not dead, why would you verify a blood-soaked garment?
Because the
Yes.
past couple of days has been very, very confusing, so I may have actually forgotten some information.
So what are you trying to accomplish here?
I was coming to get reward money for Orbog Towerfall.
Was it your intention to deceive us with the false claim in order to get this money?
Absolutely.
I've heard enough. They put you in cuffs and lead you away. Stumblefoot, you get an overwhelmingly bad intuitive feeling about the status of the mission as far as Wilder is concerned. Something bad has happened.
I'm going to cast Sending and talk to Wilder and say, Wilder, got a bad feeling about this. Are you okay? Do you need help?
Do I still get that funny feeling where I have to tell the truth?
No, they led you out of the
Okay.
zone of truth.
No. Everything's perfect. Going according to plan. Don't bring Orbog this way.
Insight check?
Wilder, make a deception, and Stumblefoot, make a insight check.
I'm going to send Abria Iyengar her dice back, I think.
Oh, that's right. 24.
16.
He's putting a shine on on a greater truth. The main thing is you feel like the core message out of what he was saying to you was, don't bring Orbog this way.
It's great when 2 sessions of planning just go nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Everything just go exact the way that we wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
What did they take the stone from him?
Yeah, so they just put cuffs on Wilder. Did they take Orbog's garments?
Yeah, Orbog's garments was left with the Archmage. They take you down into the holding cells, and they take all your belongings, and then throw you into a cell.
Okie dokie. Okay. Is anybody else in this cell with me, by chance? Or
No.
am I in solitary?
You're by yourself.
Okay.
All right, I guess I'll go back to the beach.
I need a Mai Tai.
Well, Stumblefoot, how'd it go? Are we in?
Well, Wilder's in. I think he's in jail.
In jail.
That's not
at the prison-
ideal.
No,
No.
I caught up with him and handed him the soul stone. He went to the castle. And then I got a real uneasy feeling, so I sent him a message asking him if everything was all right, and he said, everything's fine. Don't send Orbog this way. And it just... I think something went wrong.
But what makes you think he's... Well, I guess if he's not dead, then he probably is in prison.
Now, there's an idea. One way to check up and see how things go is to, if there was a god or someone who worked at the palace, might know the ins and outs of things going on. Just to see.
I don't know if he is going to be amicable to helping us out. He seemed pretty loyal to his charge.
Yeah. Was not a fan of Ethan, which fair assessment on his part, I suppose. But
I'm not a fan
what
of
he stands
Ethan.
for.
No.
Yeah. I expected better of him. Truly.
Does he have a twin too?
Mm-mm.
I think.
Thank goodness.
I think he's well-meaning, but maybe he's been using from his own stash.
I would agree with that
Aye.
statement.
Like making some nice garlic bread.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Don't get high from your own supply.
Of what?
Well, we've made a mess of things.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Wait, you're the one that handed the soul stone.
Well, I don't necessarily think the soul stone's the most important part of the plan, but
I didn't have time to
It's helpful.
discuss it with the committee.
It's because your committee is all dead.
yes, I agree with what Pooh said.
There's someone who has a key.
What if we were to take the hat and have somebody, not Orbog, go into the castle and try to disguise themselves as a god and determine...
Oh, the other hat. I thought you meant Ethan's. I was very confused.
Oh, no. The hat of disguise.
Okay.
And determine what has happened to Orbog.
I could disguise myself as Nickus.
Now that would work. Now that could work.
Well, until you ran into Nickus.
He's on break. He should be at home with Rhoda.
You're right. He is on break.
Mhm. And I'm quite familiar with how he looks. In the same body shape.
Hey, it's not a bad plan.
I like that idea. That's a very good idea.
Yup.
And it wouldn't involve any magic that could be dispelled.
Well, the hat is magic that could be dispelled.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not she just needs some armor. Him just needs some armor. She doesn't need
You're
that.
thinking about doing a Mulan rather than just using the hat.
I could put on the good armor, I suppose, but then if they wanted to scry on, Orbog, they'd be able to. But at least they wouldn't if I was in there and they tried to scry on me, they wouldn't be able to see me thinking I'm dead, and therefore wouldn't know that I wasn't Nickus. Unless they tried to scry on him, which would be a weird thing to do if they saw it.
That is true. This conversation's made my head hurt.
I don't like magic, so this is mostly what I've come to understand about things.
Right.
Pooh was suggesting that you not use the hat.
Well, hadn't we discussed at one point Loth being a master of the mystic arts of the arcane, and maybe being able to see through things?
Can she see through the hat?
Probably, but we're less worried about her finding you and more worried about, all the guards and whoever else happens to be in the castle.
I'm quite familiar with, being in a castle. And usually if you walk confidently, most people don't question you, especially if you look like you're wearing what you should be wearing to be there.
Have you been in Castle Mannligar before?
No, but I will walk confidently and not look like I don't know where I'm going. So even if I take a wrong turn, I will commit.
Bring a clipboard.
Yes.
That works more often than you would think.
Indeed. But assuming I don't look out of place, it should be easier.
Stumblefoot, you might want to pray that the stone finds favorable hands, that maybe it's people that support Vault instead of Loth find it.
Oh, I have another
All right,
idea.
that's not a bad plan. I'll throw up a prayer.
Keith, could Keith become an armor of some sort? Look like the armor that they wear?
Keith could come with me, I suppose. He's easy enough to hide.
And he could turn into stuff that you might need.
Indeed. Well, I assume I'll take my weapon still.
Yep, but he could also, I don't know, become a key or something, perhaps? Can you be a key, Keith?
I'm beginning to think that you guys only want me for my body.
Keith, I wanted to hang out with you earlier, and you didn't want to hang out with me, so... But, you could, hang out in, pretend to be like a little side pouch so no one sees you, and then if something goes wrong,
Keep
you
in the
can
side
leave.
pocket.
Yes, indeed. Don't do that.
He walks up on Aileen. Not Aileen. He walks up on Emran.
She's doing everything he can to avoid me.
He walks up on Emran and becomes a necklace around her neck.
I don't know that Nikus would wear a necklace, though. But it
Good
is very
point.
nice. It's beautiful. So I need the armor and the hat. And Keith.
Wait, the armor and the hat? Why do you need both?
Yes, well, I would like to be protected. Well, so I can't be scryed on. So if they try to scry on me, they won't see me in the castle. And as long as you guys stay in the hut, they shouldn't know where you are. Even if they scry on Orbog.
Okay. What's the worst that could happen? Everything's going so great.
I could... Yeah, just if I die, please don't send another person into the castle. Thank you.
Are you?
Will
Where
come
are you
and
guys
tell
at
us.
right now?
In the hut.
Beach
We're on
We're in
the
the hut.
beach.
Nobody can hear us. Nobody can hear us, John. Don't.
Yeah.
We're on
Yeah,
the
John.
beach in the hut.
I just asked a question.
We're in Aileen's tiny hut.
No 100s, no nothing.
I'd like everybody who is there to roll a perception check.
Initiative.
The hut starts to eat us.
17.
Ah,
9.
14.
I got 13.
was a
But my
garbage ball.
passive is 18.
8.
Yeah. Emran.
Mhm.
Off the coast, as you're looking around to make sure that your conversations aren't, that no one's looking upon this weird looking dome that you guys are hanging out in. Just out in the distance, offshore in the water, you see a couple tentacles snap up towards the air. They go back under again. You're pretty confident you know what this is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, don't go swimming while I'm gone, so you'll be fine. Okay. So I can just go and look around, get information. Is there anything specific we want to know aside from where Wilder is? And perhaps anything else?
Where the king sleeps.
It might be harder to find that out. But I can
that's,
try.
A plus. If
Mhm.
we find that out.
At the very least, try to get that
Yeah.
stone back.
If you can, spring Wilder and get his stuff.
At the very most, go ahead and kill the king.
Perfect. If I have an opportunity to kill him, I will.
And don't forget there's tunnels under
I
there
won't
too,
hesitate.
just in case you need to use them.
Yes.
Maybe find the tunnel that could get us easy access.
This is a lot of things on the list, and I feel like
I'm just adding stuff. You said
Okay.
anything. It's kind
I'll
of
check
like
as many boxes as I can. While I'm gone, since I won't be here to protect Orbog, if anything happens to him, I will come back and kill you all. Okay.
If anything happens to Orbog,
I approve of this message.
Then feel free
Okay.
to do that.
And if I die, we'll come back from the dead to haunt you all.
And if I die,
I somehow
Very
believe
sad.
that.
I would also be sad if you die. I would prefer that I don't come back to anyone dead and also that I don't die again.
me too.
Okay.
Okay.
Glad we
Well-
all agree.
Have fun.
As you're walking away, you hear a voice come from your necklace saying, that boy's got some strong feelings about you.
Keith, not now.
No, I don't.
Keith doesn't know what he's talking about.
So you're walking through Towerfall, Northern Towerfall,
Sure am.
and you see a young halfling male, probably a teenager, trying to look overly nonchalant as he is walking towards the castle.
I'll kind of keep pace, but stay behind. See what he does.
He kind of breaks off, and you see him approach a rock formation by the hill that the castle is sitting on. He starts to kind of look around behind him. Are you trying to stay out of his peripheral vision, or
Yeah.
make a stealth check, please?
It is a 15.
He maneuvers a couple of rocks at the base of this hill, and it opens up, and he walks into it, and it closes behind him.
I'll give it just a little bit, then I'll go try to do the same thing.
Okay. In order to see if you can remember after only seeing it once, I want you to make a history roll, please.
History. Oh, gosh. I don't remember.
Yeah, you kind of monkey around with the rocks and do it in kind of an order you thought it would, but nothing happens.
It was far away. It was hard to see. I'm going to get close to the castle. Oh, I'm assuming I'm close to the castle.
Yeah.
If there was a rock by the castle. I'm going to kind of look for a second and see if there are guards going in a different entrance than the main entrance.
It doesn't really look like anybody's going in or out of the castle, but it's more that there's guards are stationed by the entrances that you can see.
Then I'm just going to head to the main entrance.
Okay. They cross their spears and they say, and of course, something else that you notice as well is that there's a drippy blood trail going up to the castle as well.
I'm going to start walking up and then I'm going to look at it and be like, what happened here, guys?
Somebody tried to defraud the seer, and so
Oh.
Can we help you?
Oh, I just left something behind.
All right. Go on in, I guess.
Thanks. I trot along in.
All right. You are on the inside of this large and noticeably less comfortable castle.
Great. I'm going to kind of do... Is it like an open... So just like a lot of hallways? What am I... Paint me a word picture, John.
It's built more like a fortress than it is a castle.
Mm-hmm.
The aesthetic in here is definitely cold and hard. Lots of long hallways that are made out of gray stone. No real tapestries or art to be spoke of, just torches that light the way down. Not a lot of natural light in this castle either.
Mm-hmm. Are there a lot of people inside, or is it mostly kind of like dead?
There are some guards that patrol the hallways on the inside. It doesn't look like they're expecting a siege or anything. It's basically like what Castle Mannligar was like before.
So very safe to get around and unsecure everywhere.
They seem a little bit overconfident in their security skills.
Perfect. Exactly like home. Great. I'm going to kind of attempt to do a loop of this floor and kind of just take in what I see.
Okay.
But I'm not like walking with like a what's in this store, just like cursory glances all around.
As you are kind of doing cursory glances, you see the halfling teenager again. Just briefly, as he kind of pokes his head out a door, you catch the back of his head, and then he's kind of looking around, then he dips back into the room that he's in.
I'm going to go that way.
You're going to go into that room?
I'm going to listen for a second, and then I'll go in.
Okay. You listen for a second. You hear kind of a something sliding on the floor, and then it's silent.
I'll open the door.
There's nobody in there.
What am I seeing? What's this room like?
Sorry. It's a guest room. There's a bed and a bookcase, and then there's like a chest at the foot of the bed. Looks comfortable. There's a nightstand dresser with a lamp, oil lamp next to it.
Are these like stone floors or wood floors?
Stone.
I'm going to see if there's like scrapes in the wood or in the stone by any of the big pieces of furniture.
Make an investigation check, please.
Not rolling hot tonight. 6.
Yeah, you don't notice too much. The stone is pretty sturdy stone, so
I'm gonna just try and move the bookcase.
Okay, you start to move the bookcase enough to kind of peek behind it, and you do not see any openings behind the bookcase.
Did you say there was a desk and a chest?
There is a chest and a bed and a nightstand with a lamp on it.
I'm going to move. Actually, I'm just going to look under the bed first.
You find the boogeyman. No. No.
Roll initiative.
No, there's just floor underneath there.
I'll try and move the chest.
You move the chest.
There's only so many things I can move.
You move the chest and you hear it. And there's a staircase that goes down.
I will listen quietly at the staircase.
You hear music at the bottom going doo 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 doo.
Like Mario, I descend.
No, that was Zelda.
No, I know, but I want the Mario soundtrack when I go down here instead.
All right. And all of a sudden you hear a record scratching. Yep. All right. So you go down there and there is a tunnel network underneath.
Are there any tunnels that would take me towards where I know, like, the closest castle wall would be?
Make a survival check and also make a perception check, please.
It's 13 survival and 21 perception.
You get a strong feeling that you can probably get to one of the nearest castle walls. You also notice a faint figure of a small elvish male who's doing one of those extendo prop yourself up against another wall up towards the ceiling above your head right now.
He's propping himself against the wall of the ceiling?
He's up near the ceiling and he's got 2 hands on one wall and 2 feet on the other wall.
He's like climbing the chimney.
Yeah, except he's just holding himself up there. And he's looking directly at you, like he's waiting for you to pass.
I just make eye contact with him.
He thinks you can't see him, so he's just sitting there staring and waiting.
Is this a drow?
No, it's a halfling.
Oh, I thought you said a half elf.
No, halfling.
I'm just gonna make like I'm gonna walk past him.
He starts to edge the opposite direction so he can get over the top of you and behind you as quick as he can.
As soon as I'm underneath him, I'm just gonna poke him with the butt of my glaive, right in the stomach.
You hear, ugh, and then he falls. You hear a meaty thunk as he hits the ground.
Sup?
He pulls out a dagger. Like he feels like he's under attack, so he starts to charge.
No, stop! Don't. I saw you come in through the tunnel by the rock.
Well, there can't be any witnesses, I think.
To what?
What I'm doing here. And you're a guard, obviously, so I'm sorry, but yes. I'm gonna have to.
Very cute. No. I think we're kind of doing the same thing here, so it's
But
fine.
you're a guard.
Allegedly. Yes. I'm not. Do you think a guard would continue to have a conversation with you?
You hear a voice come from your chest area say, "Oh, that's Aileen's little brother."
Oh, well, hi.
And he starts looking around like trying to figure out who just said that.
It's nice to meet you.
Wait, did you just say something about my sister?
Yes. You're Aileen's little brother. That's what I believe I just heard.
Did you say that?
Sure.
What do you know about my sister? He pulls out a second dagger. He's getting ready to...
No, stop. Don't. I have been with her for pretty much since she came to Towerfall, so... She's safe.
Do you know where she is?
Yes. Now, can we get back to why you're in here and what you're doing?
I have a job.
And the job is? Because I'm guessing it's not like sweeping the chimneys, so...
No. I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are, and you're dressed in a guard's outfit.
Yes. So my name is Emryn. Hi, nice to meet you. I know I don't look like an Emryn right now, but I am in disguise.
Well, that's kind of convenient for you to say. but I have no way of knowing that that's...
I lift up the hat.
Oh.
And then I put the hat back on.
Okay.
Ta-da.
But I still...
I don't understand how magic works, but it's fine.
I still don't know... Well, you said you know Aileen.
Yes, she's about this big. She has red hair. She's wonderful at baking. Her brownies were delicious. She has a harp, which I was told to be careful of, but really it just plays beautiful music.
I don't know anything about a harp, but...
Oh, well, she's very good at it.
Well, okay. See, I got a job. I work for the Thieves Guild.
Oh, with Wilder. Or Felix.
I've heard of Felix. I've not actually...
With George.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not actually met Felix, but he's a legend in the guild. I just was recently brought on as an assassin. Like I'm still learning my craft, and
you're doing great.
I'm supposed to be like, they sent me on an off the books mission, sort of.
I imagine most assassinations are.
Well, no, because this one was booked by a sketchy individual, and because they had somebody that needed the training, they figured they'd send me instead of a more seasoned individual because it sounded like crazy talk to them.
So they sent you here to die?
No, they sent me here to learn. They said the best way to learn is by doing, and I needed to do cases that had the most doing to them.
Mm-hmm. Sure. That's not... Okay. We'll come back to that later. And your mission is here?
Oh, I have to assassinate the Queen's guards.
All of them?
Yeah, because they're going to send someone else in to assassinate the Queen. Basically, I'm making way for the big show.
Which is today?
No, today's just recon.
I see. And have you found, where you need to find where the guards are? Do you have a general layout of the castle?
Well, no, not yet. I just got in here.
I see. This is all very helpful and interesting. I hope that you won't hold this against me. And I'm gonna grab him.
You're gonna what now?
Try to grapple him. You're gonna try and grapple him.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay, well that was a natural 17 plus 9.
I'm not even gonna roll. Yeah, okay. You basically grab him by the, like you're grabbing kindergartner. You just grab him. You press his arms into his side, and you just pick him up so he can't really move his arms. And...
Aileen will thank me for this. And I'm gonna tie him up and set him back down in the tunnel. Be like, please don't go anywhere. I'm gonna come back for you in just a little bit, but this is a suicide mission and you're gonna die otherwise. Shh. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm gonna... Actually, no, I'll bring him upstairs with me and lay him in the guest bed and cover him up.
Nice.
And I'll be like, just don't yell, because if they come in here, they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? So it's fine. Shh. So I'm gonna go back to finish my round.
Okay.
Take note of what door this is so I can come back for Arlen afterwards.
All right. You make your rounds. You get a solid idea of what the perimeter is like here.
Does any of the things that I pass along the way seem like they would go stairs down, places where I'd assume like the dungeon would be, holding cells, anything like that?
Around the outer perimeter that you just did a lap around, not so much. You kind of get the feel that those might be a little bit more centrally located.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm just in a process, spiraling in essentially.
All right, as you spiral in, you do find a guarded staircase that does go down to lower levels.
Are there one guard there?
There's actually 3.
Okay. I'm going to take note of where this is and take the most direct route back to the room.
Okay.
And then try to retrace my steps through the tunnels.
Okay. Did you pick up Arlen on the way?
No, he's staying in bed.
He's staying in
He's staying where it's safe.
Okay.
He's very tired.
All right. So you go down into the tunnels.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And what were you doing?
Trying to retrace my steps the same way back towards the dungeon.
Okay.
Because I took like the most direct route.
You find that the tunnels don't align with the hallways.
I'm gonna, as much head do, whatever direction.
There's no real way to super be able to tell which direction you're heading underground. I will say make a survival check for me, please, to see if you get lost in the tunnels.
Dice. Ooh, baby. All right, that's 23.
Oh, yeah. You are able to find your way there, and where you feel like that staircase would be, you find kind of a door?
That would be like ground levels. Like beneath everything, like assumably it would kind of come.
I mean, you would assume so. You haven't actually seen what's on the other side of it. So.
I will. Well, I mean, it doesn't like lead up, so it's not like I'm gonna be up at the top of the stairs. Unless I open the door and there's stairs.
It's an earthen looking door. Like you get the feeling like the opposite side of this does not look like a door.
Okay. I'm going to listen at the door.
Okay, make a perception check.
14.
It's quiet.
Okay.
Not only is it quiet, but it's really quiet.
Like this door is probably dampening some sound, I'm imagining. I'm going to try and very carefully and quietly check to see if this door is trapped, because I am a smart person.
Make an investigation check for me, please.
Okay. I probably don't know. It's a 7.
Seems fine to you.
Okay, then I'm going to very quietly and carefully just try to crack it a little bit.
Okay,
just enough to like break the seal.
You crack it a little bit, enough to break the seal, and you realize now that you've broken the seal, you're going to have to pee again in probably about 10 minutes.
That's fine. That happens. Now that I have a little bit of space, I'm going to pause and listen again.
Still super quiet.
I'm going to very slowly and quietly try to push it up a little more, just enough to peek out.
You see darkness and super quiet still.
I will open it up more.
Okay, as you are pushing this open, you can feel that this door is like grinding against the ground. You can feel it in the vibrations of the door, but you do not hear any grinding sounds as you're pushing it forward.
Is it like so dark that nothing, like magical darkness?
No.
All right. I'm going to open it just enough that I can get through it and quietly walk forward.
Okay, you get through it and you walk forward and you come against a cell door.
Like I'm in a cell?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone in here with me?
No.
Okay. Is the cell closed and locked?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to look around and see if I see Wilder in here anywhere.
Make a perception check.
12.
3 cells down, you see a familiar lump of shadows that could possibly be Wilder.
I know that lump of shadows anywhere. Do I see any guards? Or is it just us chilling down here?
You don't see any guards. You get the feeling that...
But I don't hear them either.
No, you don't.
Okay. I'm going to take out my dice set and attempt to throw dice at Wilder until I hit him.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Can I use this as a strength weapon?
Roll for attack with your dice.
Am I proficient in throwing dice?
I don't know. Are you proficient?
I guess I am proficient in my dice set, so...
I'll give you that. I will give you that.
Cool.
Go ahead. Actually, if you have that proficiency, roll that dice set.
What's do you use Dex for dice sets? I'm assuming.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. All right. 12.
with the proficiency. Wilder,
My first one wasn't great.
Wilder, what's your AC?
14.
Gonna take my second dice.
Okay.
It's a 12 again.
Yeah.
Gonna take a third dice.
It's still 14.
Okay.
Is Wilder wearing armor in prison?
I took off my leather armor, so yeah, that's a straight AC.
Oh, yeah, just 10 plus your dex.
He's a dexterous boy.
He's a
All right,
quick
well,
boy.
my third dice definitely didn't hit, so
Okay.
my fourth dice. Slowly running out of dice. Ooh, that's a nat 20.
All right.
Yeah, right between the eyes.
Yeah, Wilder, you're just kind of sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden you feel something solid smack you right in the middle of the
It's
forehead.
the D4.
Right.
Stuck.
I instantly look up at where it came from.
Emran is in a cell down the way, waving at you.
Technically, Nikus isn't a step.
Oh, yeah, you see-
waving.
You see Emran's brother that she was talking to earlier, waving at you in a cell.
I just kind of very gently wave back, like, "Hi."
I lift the hat and then put it back down.
I make that acknowledging
The-
look like, gotcha.
Oh. And then I'm, to the best of my ability, going to pantomime that I am going to go back into the wall and then try to come to him over there through the wall. It's just a lot of pointing. Just,
Wilder's kind of processing this, and he's like,
should I roll performance?
Yes.
Would you like to see how it works?
Yes.
Okay. Not terrible. That's 12.
Wilder,
Solid.
roll a intelligence check for me, please.
Yeah.
that was an 18.
Yeah, he totally he gets what you're saying.
Thumbs up.
I give a double thumbs up and slowly move myself back into the wall. And try to see if I can find more doors like this in this general area.
Yeah, you find another one, and you eventually, yeah, I'll give it to you. You pop out in the cell. After a couple tries, you pop out in a cell that's with Wilder.
So we're in the same cell now.
Yes.
I will wave and then motion back into the hallway. And then point at my ears in here. And back up.
Okay, so it looks like I could get out the way that she came in.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to follow.
All right.
Oh, I'll make sure the door is closed behind us so it doesn't
All right.
show.
All right, where are you going now, Squid?
Okay. Hi, Wilder. How are you? Doing well? Things went good, I see. Did you happen to see in the process of all this happening where they put your stuff?
No. They just kind of cuffed me. Well, took it, cuffed me, and tossed me in here. So...
Okay. I have someone I want you to meet. And I'm going to lead him back to the guest room.
All right.
And go upstairs.
Okay.
He was sent here to kill all of the Queen's guards.
You see a mound that's underneath some blankets.
Lift the blanket up.
You see
Show him Arlen.
you see a bunch of cut ropes and a pillow.
No, well, that's unfortunate. That was Arlen.
Oh. Boy, he's better at this than I am.
Not really. So, the Thieves Guild sent him here to kill all of the Queen's guards.
All of them.
Which seems like a questionable thing to send their new recruit to do.
Sounds like something we try to get Pooh to do.
Yeah. So they did that so that they could bring someone here to kill her soon, which seems like what we don't want to have happen based on that whole vision thing that happened.
I don't know anything about this. We usually talk about things like this in the guild.
Apparently it was some deal that a sketchy person made, and so they sent Arlen to prove himself, which sounds a lot like, I'm going to send you so you die in this castle.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm extrapolating things from what was said. I don't know.
Probably right.
Yeah.
This is where you left him?
Yeah. But I am going to go see if I can find your stuff first.
Okay.
because that stone's in there. And then we'll try to get you out of here in a safe and reasonable way.
Okay.
Felix?
Yeah.
I'd like you to make a history check to see how well you remember something.
That's a 21.
Okay, you remember from your days in the guild as Felix that they would often send inexperienced new recruits on missions like this and tell them they were on their own, but they would send more seasoned recruits after them in stealth to kind of monitor how well they do on their own.
Arlen's not getting good marks today.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah, I'm going to communicate that to Emran.
Okay, good. Well, at least he's safe then.
I guess maybe it's more just we don't have to worry about him. Maybe.
Yes. I was given a long list of things to try to accomplish while I'm here. And I feel like I'm going to get only a few of them done. But I am going to try and find your things before we leave.
John, what races of guards are there? Are they all like
Drow?
They're drow?
They're all drow.
Okay. I'm going to use disguise self and make it appear that I am a drow guard.
Okay.
Magic.
That's wild. Okay. Well, you can come with me then. And then 2 are better than 1 in case we get into a scrap and we need to flee quickly.
True.
If anything happens, I suggest we come back here and take a chance in the tunnels rather than going out the main door where all the guards are.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Based on home, not my house, because I know where everything in my house is, but based on the other castle, where we had our dungeon, where would we have kept? Like, I'm assuming there would have been a room nearby that we would have put prisoners' property.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go try to find the equivalent of that here in hopes that it's kind of the same mentality.
You go over towards where the that entrance area is, and you would imagine probably down that staircase and to the right there's probably a kind of like a warden's office sort of thing.
Do you think you can distract them?
Yeah, I think I could.
Just so I can get down those stairs. Or if we want to try things more dangerously, I'm very bad at lying, so I shouldn't help. I can intimidate them very well.
How far away are they, John?
If we would like, you could, I don't know if you can change how you look now, but you could make yourself look like me, how I currently look, and I can make myself look like Ashlyn, or vice versa. And you can say you want to go question the prisoner that came in claiming to kill this person. Just if that's a thing we want to do. I'm very good at being a guard for queens, kind of. Oh, wait, no, I'm not.
That's a deep topic.
Mm-hmm. So if you can just make yourself look like her, and you're quite familiar with how she would act, because of that, and then I can just look intimidating, and you can be persuasive, and we can go question the prisoner.
Yeah, I'm just worried that someone might figure out that I'm not me if I start trying to talk and things like that.
Would you like your guard to talk for you? Would she let her guard talk for her? I'm not quite sure.
Probably not. I had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I could put them to sleep. And then we could just walk through.
That could work. And if it doesn't, I could put them to sleep.
That works.
I cast sleep with my glaive.
Yeah, would they be within that 20 feet?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cast.
All right.
And I'm ready to engage if I have to, and they seem like they're about to sound an alarm.
Two of them fall asleep, and another one just kind of yawns and looks at the other two like, what the heck is going on?
I will charge the other one.
Okay, I'll give you a surprise round.
Great.
So go ahead and roll your attack.
Okie dokie. 12 to hit.
That's a big ol' miss.
Okay, then I'm going to use the second part of my charge action and stomp him with my hooves.
All right, go ahead and roll that attack.
Okie dokie. That is a 19.
That'll hit. Give me some damage.
I will. That's a whole lot of it. Not really. 7.
You maul him pretty good, and he is prone, but he is still alive.
I'll use my extra attack to hit him again.
Oof. Okay.
That's a 14.
14 does not hit, so you try to bring your glaive down on him, and he rolls out of the way.
Okay.
Wilder, are you doing anything?
I'll action surge.
Oh.
Hit him again.
Wilder's just kind of like he's ready to like go in unarmed because he currently has nothing, but he is very impressed with the butt kicking that is happening.
Just like stay down. Gosh darn it, I can't hit this man.
What'd you roll?
Oh wait, no, I have +9. That's 16.
Yep, that's a hit.
Okay, great. I'm gonna use like the butt of my glaive. I'm not gonna slice the man's head off. I've already done that once in this campaign.
All right.
I don't need to do it again. 9.
Yeah, he is super unconscious.
Great. I'm going to.
Yeah, Wilder, you're ready to jump in. You just watch Amron just maul this guy.
Run him over. I'm
done.
going to attempt to drag 2 of them down the stairs with me and be like, Wilder, can you move the other one? I'm going to be careful with the ones that are sleeping. The other one I just kind of kicked down the stairs.
Do you really?
I just like pushed him down the stairs, yeah.
Okay, you watch him tumble down these stairs as he's already been beat unconscious. And as he slinkies down the set of stairs, you hear an awkward crunch as his head hits a stair and his head bends at an angle that seems kind of unnatural.
I glance at Wilder.
I won't tell anybody if you don't tell anybody.
Slowly pick up one of the sleeping ones and take him down with me. I could probably carry both of them, actually. I'm guessing.
Sure,
why
why
just
not?
Throw them on your back.
Like I said,
Sleep worked on all 3 of them. The last one just took a forever sleep.
It's fine. Great. I will look for this room that might have items in it.
It's where you thought it was. There's kind of a warden's room, and they're dimly lit, and you find they basically just took Wilder's pack.
I'm just going to see if they have anything else in here while I'm here.
Roll an
If it's the warden's room, I also want to see just if he has notes. Whatnot.
Roll an investigation check.
13.
You find a hidden flask.
I hand it to Wilder.
And
Thank you.
You find a decorative stick.
I pick it up.
Okay.
I look at it.
It has some feathers and something that looks kind of like a mouse skull tied to it.
Okay. Interesting. This looks like some of that voodoo stuff.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Oh, yeah, it lights up.
What kind of magic is
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to ask. Give me that aura.
It is illusion.
This might be fun to keep.
Okay. I put it in my pocket. Do you have your things? Do you have the king? Potentially.
Yeah, I'm going to rummage through my pack. Is everything in there?
Everything except for a certain purple stone.
I don't know how to tell you this, but
It's not in there, huh?
mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
I'm just going to put all the guards in this room and kind of wedge the door shut as best I can as we leave.
Okay.
Are there keys in this room by chance?
Make an investigation check.
12.
You do find a big key ring.
I'm going to take that key ring. So, is it possible for me to lock this door with the key ring that I found?
If you want to try to figure out which key it is.
I would like to.
Okay. Roll.
Fisher Price shape tool.
Yeah, I'd say roll a dexterity check.
Hey, you're good at these.
One would think.
Yeah, allegedly.
It was almost really good. It was an 18.
Yeah, after a couple of minutes, you're able to figure out which one it is.
Okay, I'm going to lock these sleeping and dead bodies in the room.
Yeah. Okay, so do we want to attempt to go find this stone? Or potentially, take a life again? Samoa's already done that today. Or leave.
So here's the thing. I don't know what they could do with the stone when they have it. Like, I don't know if the stone automatically...
Well, didn't Lolth want Keith's stone?
She wanted to eat it. Oh,
Yes.
shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
And on that note, that's going to be where we cut off for the evening. So thanks everybody out there in listening land. We went a little bit longer than we normally do in this recording. So
That's all right. That's all right.
to everybody out there in listener land, thank you so much for listening. Please like, rate, and subscribe on whatever platform you are listening on. That helps us get in front of individuals like yourself that might enjoy a good D&D podcast. Thank you for listening. We love and appreciate you all. And stay fresh, cheese bags.
You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast with the voices of John Haryu, Catherine Serwinski, Dave Clements, J.S. Earls, Celeste Mora, Josiah Crandall, Eric Campagno, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.
A special thanks to our Blade Level patrons, Julie Earls, Aaron Peckham, Amanda Clements, Branson Boykin, Debbie Roth, and Matthew Cosby. Learn more at patreon.com/playinggameswithstrangers.